This week on Machinery Pete TV, working hard for the seller is the business model for Henslin Auctions, but they also want happy buyers at the end of every sale. One happy buyer came away from this auction with a Farmall 806. And it's a 706 that is the pride and joy of this Ridgeway, Illinois collector.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. Hey folks, welcome to Machinery Pete TV. Now, in our 9 seasons of the show, we've watched quite a few Farmall 806s sell. I remember back in season 2, we covered a farm retirement auction in Leroy, Minnesota. We watched a 66 model with only 2,338 hours bring $16,750. Well, today we're in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota, and we are going to watch a very special 63 model sell that has quite a story to it. So stay tuned for that. But first, let's go back to the studio and catch up on the latest farm equipment news.
All right, thanks, Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. The latest monthly flash report from the Association of Equipment Manufacturers shows the sale of all tractors in September were up 2.5% compared to the same month a year ago. Now, for the first 9 months of 2021, tractor sales jumped 12.2% with more than 245,000 sold. Two-wheel drive smaller tractors under 40 horsepower, they're up 10.5% over last year. 40 and under 100 horsepower up nearly 13%. Two-wheel drive 100 plus horsepower, they're up 26%, while four-wheel drive big farm tractors, they were up 30% so far in 2021. It's back to the negotiation table for union workers with John Deere. That's after they voted down a proposed 6-year contract over the weekend. That contract would have covered more than 10,000 workers at locations in Waterloo, Iowa, Illinois, and Kansas. Also in equipment news, Kubota announcing plans to buy ag guidance, auto steer, and precision ag company Ag Junction. The deal, worth some $91 million, the company's calling it a strategic merger as agricultural machine automation advances and the landscape gets more competitive. The nation's largest farm and ranch land broker says it's expecting record sales in 2021. Farmers National Company reporting it handled over $750 million in real estate sales over the past 12 months. That tops the previous record from back in 2013. Now let's check on some recent prices from around the country. Let's send it back to our host, Machinery Pete.
Well, folks, you love John Deere 40 Series tractors? Then stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this 1978 model 4640, 8,122 hours, power shift, one owner.
Two and a half, 72 and a half, 10-inch guys, 72-foot auger.
Hey folks, I'm here with Alan Henslin with Henslin Auctions. It's got to be kind of extra fun to sell equipment like this with this condition, with such demand for it. Tell me what that's like behind the mic.
You know, every one of our sales we always look forward to, and you get the what I call the pre-game jitters. You get excited about it, but when you've had good, clean equipment and you're selling for good people, it just makes it even more fun.
You don't really get the jitters, do you?
Yeah, I get nervous whether it's a big sale or a small sale, and that's just because
you care.
You want to make sure that the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. You've done everything you possibly could to work for the seller and into the seller's benefit, and make sure that the buyers are happy at the end of the day. But a sale like this is just one that you jump out of bed in the morning, you're ready to go. It's it's going to be a good sale. They're well-liked people. They're well-thought-of people. They've done things the right way. They've worked hard throughout the years, and you just want to make sure that they're going to have a successful auction. And I certainly believe that they will.
Okay folks, quite a tractor here. We've got a 2009 John Deere 5095M. It's only showing 139 hours on it. Now this tractor is actually owned by Wayne Pike, a legendary auctioneer up in central Minnesota, a friend of Henslin Auction Company on the sale today. And I tell you what, the highest auction price I've ever seen on a 5095M without a loader coming into the sale today, $45,900.
52, 53, 54, Mark, 55. 54, 55, 54 down, 55 down, 54 down, 54, 55, 56, 56, 55 down, 56 down, 55 down, 6 down, 6 down, 6. Mark will take 55, 5. 55 is the money. It's 56,000, Ladon. $56,000. 55, 5, 56, 55, 5 down, 56 down, 55, 5 down, 6 down, 6 down, 6 down, 6 down, 55, 5 down, 56,000, 56 down, 56 down, 5, 56,000, 56, 5, 57 down, 56, 5 down, 7 down, 7 down, 7 down, 56, 5 down, 57 down, 57,000, 56, 5 down, 7 down, 7 down, 7 down, 7 down, 56, 5, 57,000. Yes. Down 5, 57, 5, 57, 5, Mark, 57, 5, 57 down to the down 5 down, 58 down to the down, 57, 5, 58, 58 down to the down, 57, 5 now, 8, 57, 5, 58 down to the down, 57, 5, give me $58,000, good clean tractor, 58, 5, 58, 58, 5, 58 bid down, 58,500 down, 58 bid down, 5, 58 bid down, 58,500 down, 58 bid, 58, 5. 59, 59. Guys, one more time. That'll do it. 58, 5, 59. One more time, fellas. 58, 5, 59, down, dollar, 58, 5, 9, down, 58, 5, 59, down, 58, 5. Give 59,000. Sold. 58,500. 189.
Okay folks, so yesterday when I showed up in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota, the day before the auction, I stopped at the local Cenex station to get a soda. And a guy about reached across the aisle of candy bars and Twinkies to say, hey Pete, what's that 4640 going to bring on the auction tomorrow? Well, I tell you, this 78 model Power Shift, 8,122 hours, one owner. The average auction price so far this year on 4640s is up 24%, $17,259, but I guarantee you we're going to blow past that today.
34.5, 34.2.5, nothing finer, you bet. Working for the seller, 34.5. 34.5, 34.750. Now you got to do it about 10 times, sir. 34.7.5, 34.5, 34.750, 34.7.5, 34.750, 34.7.5, 34.5, 34.7, 35,000, 35,250, 35,000, 35,2.5, 35,000, 35,250, $35,000 down 2.5, 35,2, 35,2, $35,000 2.5, 35,2, 35,250, 35,250. Mark, you got to be 35.5, 35.5. 30. Oh, what's the difference now? We're round and third, we're coming home. I haven't questioned your judgment up until this point. Come on, man, do it for me. 35, 5, 35, 35, 5, 35, 35, 5, 35, 35, 5, 35, 35, 5, 35, 35, 5, 35,250, 35,500. Anybody else? 35,500. Sold it. $35,250 away. Congratulations, sir.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
Anybody else? Last call, guys. 19,250. Sold on $19,000. 12 pound dollars, 7.5, 12 pound down, 10 down, 12 pound dollars, 7.5, 12 pound dollars, 750. Sold 12 5, 12,500. Anybody else? Last call. 12 12 5. Sold it, Frank, $12,250 away. 7,071, 7,100, 7,100. Last call. Sold it, $7,000. The internet, $7,000 away. 18,2.5. Anybody else? Last call. 18,000 away. 18,250. Sold it to the back. $18,000, 250. 12,000, 12,2.5. Anybody else? 12,000, 12,250. Sold it, $12,000 away. Sold 12,000.
Machinery Pete TV is brought to you by Kubota. Together, we do more. Your next piece of equipment is on MachineryPete.com. Search equipment from dealerships across the country to find what you're looking for. Only on MachineryPete.com.
Well, folks, if you've been following along to my commentary here throughout 2021, you know used tractor values have just been on fire, regardless of the size. Now today, let's look at that slice maybe from 150 to 200 horse, give or take. And I've got a couple of examples that sold on the same day recently, kind of prove the point here how hot the market is. So back on October 2nd, on a farm auction in north central Ohio, this very sharp New Holland T6070, this thing only had 619 hours on it, and it sold for $69,000, which is a record high auction price on a T6070 by quite a bit. Now, on that same day, October 2nd, let's shift down into west central Oklahoma. We're on another farm auction, this 2007 John Deere 7730. Now, this thing had more hours on it, 4,115, and did sell with a John Deere 746 loader, but it went for $122,500. Now, folks, you know the drill. You can go to our machinerypete.com website and click on the auction price link. It's all free and updated daily. And if you check out John Deere 7730 auction prices, you'll see $122,500 is the second highest price ever. And interestingly, the only one higher was just 6 weeks before that on an August 23rd, 2021 online consignment auction in west central Illinois by our good friends at Sullivan Auctioneers, where they sold this 08 model 7730 with 599 hours on it and a 746 loader for $148,000. So again, good condition, low hours, tractors like that, they are just zooming higher in value. Welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week we're headed to Illinois to check out an International 706 gas. Purchased in 1967, this tractor was used to farm these Illinois fields. Today the family has decided to retire it to parades and possibly a future plow demonstration.
All right, here we go. '706 was, it was a big step up. You know, it was kind of in the era before the diesels really took off, and it used a lot of gas compared to the diesel. But, you know, we really liked the gas tractor because of Mom and Dad, It was bought in '67 and has been on the farm ever since. Retired about 9 years ago. We did use it at the last on augers, because the equipment got so much bigger, so she got to use, put on the auger. This tractor was completely restored about 10 years ago. My son Brad and Cole Woods that worked with us and myself stripped this tractor down to bare, rebuilt it, rewired it, and put new tires on it, and it's been in the shed ever since. We do a lot of parades with it, and probably next year we'll probably do a little plow contest with it. This tractor pulled a 4-bottom plow and a 13-foot disc, and we thought that was pretty big from coming up from a 2-bottom plow and a 7-foot disc. This tractor will be probably given to one of the grandsons or granddaughters down the road, They seem to be getting involved with it, and so really kind of enjoy that. They go with me on the parades, and we have a good time with it. The guy that had this tractor before we got it used a hand clutch because he was handicapped. And I did cut off the rod, but part of the under is still left on the clutch.
Machinery Pete is here.
Hey folks, stay tuned. Coming up, you are not going to want to miss our feature item on the show today, this 1963 Farmall 806 with an amazing story behind it.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit machinerypete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
All right, folks, our feature item on the show today, a 1963 Farmall 806 that owner Leon Hoffman bought brand new when he was a junior in high school. And I tell you what, this tractor has quite a story on it.
We purchased it in the fall of 1963.
Okay. And you were in high school?
I was in high school yet. I was a junior in high school, and my father had recently passed away. My mother and I decided to continue farming. We needed a larger tractor, so we went to somebody we could trust, like Art Miller.
What did your neighbors say when you came home with this monster?
Well, a lot of said, what does a kid need with a big tractor like that? I mean, it was, it was the usual. And within 4 or 5 years, they all had one.
Right. You were the trailblazer.
Well, sort of, I guess you'd say. we were on heavy black soil here, and we needed more horsepower than what was available at the time.
You guys bought it new. You're the original owner. Did you recently rebuild it, did I hear?
Yeah, yes, after probably, I ran a tack past 12,000 hours before it stopped, and the tractor was basically shot 5-6 years ago. Sure. And I took it out to Miller Owner. They said that, you know, we're going to send it to Panning's, that's a junk dealer. Yep. And I said, no way, we're going to fix it. And well, we put a new engine in, we rebuilt the tractor, rear end, everything, the whole works. And I put in that period of time, I put another 3,000-4,000 hours on the tractor.
Still doing the job.
And it's still doing the job, and still eats no oil, and it's all ready to go. It's oil change, filled up with fuel. It's ready to farm.
Bid 10,750. Last call 10,000 pound 10,750. $11,000. Do not wait, guys. 11,000. 11,000. Want to do it? 11,000 down. 10,750. $11,000. You got 11? 11, 2.5. 11,000, 11,250, 11,2.5, sir. 11,2.5, just under the wire. 11,2.5. Do not wait, guys. 11,250, 11,000, 11,2.5, 11,000, 11,250, 11,000, 2.5, 11,250, 11,250, 11,250, 11,2.5, 11,250, 11,500, 11,250, 11,500, 11,500. Sold it. 11,250. Stays in sleepy eye, that's where it should be.
Well, folks, how fun was that to learn the great story behind this 1963 Farmall 806 diesel? Leon bought it brand new when he was a junior in high school, and it sells for $11,250. Really strong price. But the part that made me happiest, it's staying right here in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. Well, folks, as I sat down to record this segment, I realized I don't have my glasses on. I misplaced them. I'm getting old. I need trifocals on and off all the time. But I tell you what, you don't need glasses to see clearly. The rising values on really good condition used tractors here in 2021. Just incredible. Honestly, the hottest market I've ever seen as we move into fall of 2021. Now, let's just take a look at a little slice of the market. Four-wheel drive tractors with a bit of age on them that are in really good condition. Now, I have literally so many examples here I could highlight, but I'll just give you three. Let's go back to March 22nd, online farm auction in Sibley, Iowa, where this 2007 John Deere 9620, 1,255 hours on it, super nice. This thing went for $270,000. Now, that's $75K over any other 9620 I've ever seen sold at auction. Just incredible. And we could hop to a farm auction July 7th in Lambert, Montana, where this absolutely incredible 1984 Versatile 1150. I mean, how beautiful is that? But this thing, it went for $126,000. Now, the previous record was $59,000, and that was 10 years ago. And you maybe caught this YouTube video I posted from a September 30th farm auction right down the road from me here in Adams, Minnesota. But a pair of mid-1980s Steiger KP525 Tiger 4s. Now, these things kind of rare. I think it was maybe the largest model Steiger made. But they sold choice. And the first one, the hammer fell, $139,000. There's a little pause. And the buyer took both of them. So, I mean, just incredible, $139,000. But, you know, what's the reality here? Can you even get a new four-wheel drive tractor if you want one? And by the way, what's it going to cost? And looking at the possible repairs you're going to have on that thing down the road, it makes these older, super nice tractors. It's just what everybody wants, and the prices are going up. Well, folks, thanks for joining us on Machinery Pete TV this week. I tell you what, so much fun to get to meet Leon Hoffman and hear the story about his 1963 Farmall 806, one of the first or second ever purchased in Minnesota. Leon bought it when he was 17 years old, junior in high school. And how about the fact the dealer didn't have a truck big enough to haul it? And I tell you, that's been the fun all these years covering auctions, meeting folks like Leon. We hope he has a great retirement, and I hope you join us back here next week on Machinery Pete TV. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com.
your next piece of equipment is on MachineryPete.com. Search equipment from dealerships across the country to find what you're looking for. Only on MachineryPete.com.
Best way I've seen to fix faded paint? Dakota Shine. Order online at dakotashine.com or visit your regional farm stores to pick up your Dakota Shine today.